joining me now is a Welsh band, King Kraken. How is everyone doing?
Hello, mate. Yeah, thanks for having
Yeah.
us.
Oh,
We're very good.
So if you just want to introduce yourselves and what you play in the band.
Sure. I'm Mark. I'm the vocalist.
I'm Adam. I play guitar.
I'm
I'm Rich.
Carl and I play bass.
I'm Rich. I play drums.
So just give us the history of the band. So from when it first started to where we are now.
Okay,
Go
so
on.
we, we,
Go on,
we
Mark.
started September the 7th, 2018, and our first day was two gigs. We had a gig in the afternoon, a gig in the evening. We were a five-piece back then. We started off around about that time. We entered, I think it was, what was it called? It was the HRH Highway to Hell, I believe it was called. We came third on that. That gave us some really good exposure. We entered Metal to the Masses, and I think that was really good for us because we got to meet a lot of bands, make a lot of contacts, and I think from that moment on, we just focused on playing as many gigs, regardless of where they were. So we were going up and down the country for the last 7 years, basically, and where we are today now, we are working on album number 3, and we've releasing a new single on Friday.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Oh.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we've obviously done more than that in the
Yeah,
7 years we've
yeah,
been together, but that's a rough sort of history. You know, we played Stone Dead last year for 5,000 people. You know, we got some wicked gigs up. We got Steelhouse now this year. We got Chepstow Castle this year. We got just loads of stuff coming up, and it's never been better, boys.
No,
It's all good. It's
really,
great.
really good stuff going on.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
It's never been better, but it needs to get better.
If you haven't
It needs
guessed
to reach
already,
its potential. That's what it needs to do.
Adam is the one that keeps all our feet firmly on the ground and in reality.
You're firmly under my foot.
Yes, yes. Like an old Monty Python sketch.
So where did the name King Kraken come from?
Oh no,
I
there
need
are
one.
two answers to this now, Josh. You can have the real, genuine, boring one, or you can have the romanticized version. Which one do you want?
Let's do the boring one first.
Okay, the guy who used to be with us had an amp called the Kraken. Richard said, that's a good name for a band. And we Googled it, there was a band already called Kraken. And then Richard said, why don't we just chuck King in front of it? Yeah, okay. That's how we got the name.
And
The, romant- the romanticized version that I came up with is that Kraken is a massive sea creature, a massive beast that encompasses all aspects of our music, humongous, monstrous, gigantic. And the king of a species is a cannibal, so it eats other krakens. So there's only one kraken, and that's King Kraken.
I like that. I really do like that.
Yeah, I'll tell you I'll tell you the truth now, Josh, right? Which is we're called King Kraken because we've got 8 legs between us, and the Kraken's got 8 legs, and we are kings, obviously. So, Mark is the king of my steak. Look at him. We're the rest of us are aspiring kings. We might be princes, but Mark is the king of my steak.
Yeah. And Ewok is the king of my steak.
Yeah.
So
Who walks among us?
So, influences. We'll start with like personal influences first. So, who got you into the music?
My
For me,
father gave me, sorry, Carl.
for me, I've always been into the heavier side of metal. So my influences are all anything from the range of Slayer to Meshuggah to Pantera. But the riffs that I come up with are just all loosely based on everything I like, basically. So it's just a mixture of all my influences.
You're not supposed to admit to plagiarism online, Carl.
Influences isn't copying.
When I was about 11, my father gave me his copy of Queen's Greatest Hits. And that was it. Before that moment, I was spinning on my head listening to Run DMC. So it was Queen first, and from there, mellow rock music grew. I went to the lighter side first. I started off with Tesla and Bon Jovi, and it just got heavier and heavier over the years. And I'm into your Pantera, Black Label Society, all that kind of stuff now. Yeah, that's where mine started.
I think go next, but
I need to. Carl is brilliant at answering these influence questions, right? They're like, you just asked him, Josh, what got him into music, and he listed a selection of bands that came out when he was about 32. So you might want to read But for me, it's I basically when I was 11 years old, I had absolutely no interest in music, and my father sat me down in front of the television, and there was a documentary about Jimi Hendrix on, and then I had a white strap, and it was as simple as that.
Rich?
I am more towards the heavier side, kind of like Carl, but not quite as heavy. I love Slayer, love Pantera, I love all heavy music really. In the later years of my life, I've gone more onto rock, so I think like that's where like we have songs which are kind of rocky, and we just have songs which are kind of heavy, and it's like it's a nice mix for us, I think, you know. But it comes from being into heavier music and being into lighter music. You know, for me, like it all depends what mood I'm in. If I'm in like a fucking raging mood, or you know, I'm just walking down the street and the sun is shining on my back, and I'm thinking about something. You know what I mean? I'll listen to like metal and things like that. But then if I'm in a chilled out mood and I don't fancy it, I'll listen to rock. So yeah.
Tell him what you listen to when you're leaving a gig and you're on the car.
Oh, it's a me and Rich bonding moment. That's what it is. What's the channel, Rich?
Smooth, I think it is, isn't it?
Smooth, and we sing 80s love songs to each other.
I've just got that image in my head now.
In the van, I'm driving. Mark's on his knees, like in front of me. Oh, crying.
Lucky for you, it's only in your head. For me, it's in my eyeballs.
I love you, Rich. I love you, Mark.
Brilliant.
So the latest album, March of the Gods, it's your second album, and you worked with producer Ramesh Dodangorda, who's worked with like the likes of Motorhead, Bullet for My Valentine, and Bring Me. What was it like working with this such renowned producer?
Oh, we've been awful lucky, really. We're awful lucky because we've actually recorded every song that we've got with Ramesh, which is pretty special, really. He's up there as one of the best producers in the world, and he only lives like a half hour away from us. So, we asked him in 2019 to record, I think, and we actually got there 2020, didn't we, boys? I think it was.
Yeah,
I think so.
And then we've never been away, really. He's just, he just captures our sound so well, and
he knows us now.
Yeah. It's taken a little bit to get used to how he works and how we work and all the rest of it. But I think we're looking pretty good now. Going into the next album.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, he's taken a fair amount of money off us, and we've got a fairly good song back. So it's
transactional.
So, one of the standout tracks off the list album for me is Berserker.
Oh,
nice. Ooh.
Yeah, I like that Viking vibe. I like that myself. Yeah.
I like the slower, sort of sludgy,
like Berserker
stuff. Yeah, like Berserker. Yeah. But that's I think that's what we that's kind of what we excel in, really, is that vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool to, but yeah, thank you very much.
So basically, Josh, the way that it works, right, is like Richard plays too fast quite often, right? But if you look at the video for Berserker, you'll see that we basically shackled him in chainmail, and that's how we ended up with our groove, because he couldn't play any faster.
I think we need to take that chainmail with us on tour.
I'm too fat for it now.
The new single "Call to War," like you said, comes out. Well, it would be out when this goes out. So just tell us the story of how "Call to War" came to be.
Ooh.
Well,
For
basically,
me, for
well,
me,
we
sorry. For me, it came from a little bit of like vengeance, I suppose, and like a little bit of like, do you know what, I'm going to show you exactly what we can do.
Yeah, yeah, that's a fair
I'm
point.
not really directing in anybody's direction or anything like that. But for me, it was a bit of an FU, you know.
I mean, the thing is, like, obviously, I'm not going to point at any direction either, but there used to be 5 people in the band, and that's the second song we wrote since they weren't. But other than that, there's no finger pointing. But basically, we wrote one track, which is what the second single that comes out in the summer was. And one of the themes of the way that we record stuff is we'll have a percentage of material that we need, and then we'll book the studio and then go, right, boys, we need some more stuff. And we basically booked an 8-hour practice on a Saturday, and the Call to War and the track that's coming out in the autumn, they were ideas kicking around a little bit beforehand, but they basically got, they came out there, and then it's like newfound synergy from the band being revitalized. Essentially, is
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you like March of the Gods by the sounds of it. So what do you think of it compared to March of the Gods?
It's different, but it's definitely different. But I think it's going in the right out. Like it's like a story from March of the Gods to it. Like a concept in a way.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, I was fully embroiled in H.G. Wells at the time of us writing it. So I thought, oh, I know, I'm going to write a song about War of the Worlds, and that's literally what the song is about.
What do we have about the
Nothing to do with
Invisible
Iran.
Sorry?
We need the Invisible Man, don't we?
Yeah, we need the Invisible Man as well. Yeah.
So we touched on it a bit earlier on, but the touring this year, you were due to tour with Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons. Unfortunately, I'm guessing that's no longer happening because of the passing of Phil Campbell.
The gig is still on, but it's a tribute to Phil Campbell now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had the honour of we actually played. We supported Phil Campbell for the last 2 gigs that he played. Obviously, at the time, none of us knew that, but yeah, it was. We've played with those boys quite a few times over the years, haven't we? I mean, we played with them in Night Train a couple of years ago. It's it would have been good. It still will be good. It'll just be slightly different.
And so, like you say, so obviously you have toured with him. What is it like being on tour with such an icon like Phil Campbell?
Not what I expected. The last 2 gigs we played with him, he was very down to earth. And when you meet him, initially it's, oh my God, it's the guitarist from Motorhead. And then it very quickly turns into your buddy from down the road. He's so down to earth, and yeah, it's who you see in Motorhead is not who you meet.
Yeah,
it's surreal.
I think the thing for us is that, like, Phil Campbell is obviously he was from a similar sort of area to where we're from, or certainly myself, Richard, and Mark. Anyway, Carl's a North William, but that's a different thing altogether. That is. So like. What Mark's saying is true. You see Phil Campbell, and you're like, Christ, this guy. He was. He's toured the world with Lemmy, like a legitimate rock star. But then, after about 5 minutes, it could be, it could be a guy just on the road from you. Like it's that sort of very familiar demeanor. I suppose that's what it is to us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which you wouldn't get that from. I mean, if we'd met Lemmy, we wouldn't feel quite like that because. It's a slightly different thing, isn't it? Yeah. So it'd be more akin to what you're used to, wouldn't it? You'd be like, oh, I've seen this guy in the pub.
Yeah.
I actually live in the same town as where he was from, and I don't know the boys really well, but I see him
Yeah.
about and all the rest of it. And yeah, I think every time I met him, he was just chill. He just wanted to get on, get up and play and get off and have time with his family and enjoy his grandkids and
Yeah.
he was a very normal person, which is amazing for somebody of his
Caliber.
caliber, I suppose. Yeah.
So, guys,
Cool.
thanks for taking the time out to have a chat. It's been a laugh, I must admit. It's been good.
You're welcome. No problem
Thank
at
you
all,
very
George.
much.
Thanks for having us.